this is a little bit of information for those who are interested on how to read a cam if you've come into possession of a race car that somebody else has built and you have no idea what they've done to it. We bought a car, it ran a bearing, it dropped a valve, and now we've stripped the motor and we're trying to find out what they have done to it. So this is my setup. I've got a little 3-jaw chuck in a 4-jaw chuck running between centers. This is the Alpha Sud cam. It's a flat 4 motor, so it doesn't look like the normal 4-cylinder motors that other people know. Basically, we've put a clock gauge on here. We've clocked that up so that is running true. That is on a center, that is running true. And these are the 2 inlet lobes and the 2 exhausts on the outside. So what we're doing is doing inlet lobe on the front cylinder here. We've got it at the base, and I've set the dial indicator back 0.5 of a millimeter. So you can see it rocking there. That's maximum back. The base circle is not exactly 100%, but if you go right back here, you see it goes up and then down. But I took it to the lowest point, which is there, and I set my 0 there. So now we're going to go in the rotation of the engine. I'm going to go from 0.5 to 0. That is your valve lash or valve clearance, and I'm going to set this first degree wheel here on 0. I'm using the top dead center 0 as an indicator. Then I'm going to go to maximum lift. So that actually tells me 10.86 millimeter lift. So I'm going to put it on my little chart I made here. Cylinder number 1, lift 10.86 millimeters. Okay. Then I'm going to carry on and take it back down to 0 here. That's where the inlet valve is closing, which on this degree wheel here gives me 149 degrees. Multiply by that by 2 gives me a duration of 298. So we're going to put our clearance here as 0.5 millimeters and a duration of 298 degrees. Okay, now back to the cam. Now we're going to leave that there. We're going to go and check the exhaust lobe. We're going to come in here and we're going to go to the base circle, to the lowest point, which is circle there. Let's just get it spot on there. Let's just check if it goes lower here. A little bit lower there. Okay, so we're going to go clockwise. Take up our valve lash or valve gap back onto 0. We're going to bring this to 0 here. Let's take it to the 0 on the outside of the degree wheel, which is there. Going to carry on going around. We've got 10.81 millimeter lift on the exhaust. 10.81. Come back to the cam again. Okay. And we're going to go back down to our 0 here. And again we have 149 degrees. Multiply that by 2 gives you 298 duration. So we're going to bring it back here. 298 duration. 0.50 millimeter valve clearance. Now, the most important thing that we want to find out is what our lobe separation is, okay? So if we've got 149 here, and we go back to peak opening here, okay? What I'm going to do is reset the clock on peak opening on our 0, okay, which is there. I'm going to go back 2 millimeters, 1, 2 more, and I'm going to bring this degree wheel to top dead center, there. Then I'm going to go in the other direction, okay. Then I'm going to go back in the other direction to top dead center again, to peak opening, sorry. Now I'm going to go back down 2 millimeters, 1, 2 mil. It doesn't really matter if it's 2 mil or 1.5 mil, as long as it's the same. Anyway, we get 57.5 degrees. 57.5. So half of 57.5 gives us, call it 28 degrees. So we're going to set this now. Come back here. We're going to set this at 28 degrees. Okay. Come back here again. Then we're going to go and then go back to peak opening and go back 2 millimeters. 1, 2 more. I'm trying to get the number on the degree here the same. So we're on 29. So here I want to go to 28.5 degrees. Okay. Then back again. 1, 2. Back down again. 1, 2. Exactly on 0. And we are 29 degrees here. So I'm going to go back a touch. And then I'm going to go 1, 2 up, 1, 2 down. Back on 0. And about 28.75 either side. So we know that at our 0 point here is where our peak opening is. On that one. Okay? Now, I'm going to go to the back degree wheel. I'm going to come off this lobe, go back to our inlet lobe, and go to peak opening, wherever that is. I'm going to 0 the dial out. Then I'm going to go down 2 millimeters, 1, 2 more. And I'm going to do the same one here. I'm going to set that at top dead center. Then I'm going to go back 2 mil up, 1, 2 mil down. Take a reading of that. We get 57 degrees, so half of that is 27.5. So let's set that down at 27. Call it 27.5 degrees there. Okay. Zoom out. Okay, go back here. Up again. 1, 2. Back down. 1, 2. And we're getting 30 degrees that side, so I went the wrong way. So let's go back to 29. Go back here. Let's go 1, 2 up, 1, 2 down, and we're getting 28. So 28.5. Okay. Back here again. Let's try again. Up. 1, 2 down. we're on 28.5 degrees. So therefore, peak opening on the back degree wheel will be there now. Just to go back to the dial here, you can see that we're at TD peak opening there. Okay, so if we're at peak opening on the back degree here, and our other lobe here is up there, if we bring the indicator, bring it in here, it shows us that we're on 102 degree lobe sectors. I'm hoping that that information on how it's done, to check what your duration and lobe centers is going to help everybody. Thanks guys.